hear you.
Namaste, Dr. Ramilas.
Namaste, Prahlad. How are you?
I'm very well. Yourself?
All right, okay.
Good.
Namaste, Dr. G. Happy New Year. It's
I
Nishi.
see, all right. I'm looking at it. Namaste, Shirmani. Oh, Nishi. Okay. Oh, namaste. Same to you. Happy New Year to
Yeah, thank
you.
thank
Just looking at the
you.
names, those that I can see Pramona here. And Ravin, namaste. Kritika.
Namaste, Dr. G. Namaste.
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 Namaste, Dr.
Namaste.
G. It's Reshma.
It's a little bit early, but yeah, or maybe you can, if you want to, you can just, we have a few minutes, you can just put your video on and just say namaste if you wish to. We have a minute or two.
Namaste, Dr. G. It's Shireen here.
Yeah, sure.
Namaste, Dr. B. Tarushka.
Namaste, Dr. Ramvilas. It's Shimona. Namaste.
Mona, how are you?
I'm okay, thanks. Thank you.
Namaste, Dr. G. Usha here.
Okay, so let me just see. I see Lekha is phoning. Let me just see what Lekha. Yeah.
Namaste, Dr. G.
Namaste.
How are you?
All right. Okay. Okay. How are you?
Well, thank you.
Uh,
Excited that we're starting again.
Oh, it's good to know that class. Everybody seems happy, and that's great.
Thank you, Dr. G.
Just it's a bit of time. It's kind of number I'm expecting. Arushka, do you have an idea what our total number of students are? Because this is a common class, so I don't know
No, Dr. B, I don't have an idea.
how to join. Yeah. All right. Arushka is saying that we start the.
Okay, we've started. You may go ahead.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you all hear me?
Yes,
All
Dr.
right, I'm going
G.
to put my video
Yes, we can.
on,
Yes,
and
we can.
please, if you all can all put, yeah, and I hope if it does give me any problem, then I'll put it off. Right? So, all right, people, here you are. All right, then. Okay. Well, namaste and welcome. I just used to speak to you and greet some of you personally, but I see a whole lot of others that have. A very warm welcome to all of you and all the best for the new year. As you all know, in the past, when we attended these classes physically, in the normal formal situation, we used to have this session and then also have this session online until we can resume those who are not in Durban. The arrangements were made so that just place there where you could observe the class and even issues that you want to. So having said that, all for joining. For those of you, I've been told Viśeṣa Sundar's daughter, well, and she got, I think, 8 A's, and to all the others, if you have that completed the matriculation, then they did well. Congratulations to all of you. And I'm sure Viśeṣa will be extremely proud. I know he was running around the whole year, making sure his daughter had everything available to achieve. And that's what parents do. So we all share in your happiness. All right, people. If there are any questions or comments before I start with our simple prayer. All right, then let's begin, and we'll chant Om. I'll just remind you, people, that you take a nice, you must relax. Just feel a little bit at ease, put away all your worries, and let's focus on the class. So just close your eyes and gently take a breath. And as you chant Om, finish your Om, the lips together in the last few seconds and feel the vibration go through your body. So when you finish off with the let it rate and feel that vibration. So we'll do Om 3 times. Nice deep breath. Lovely, nice deep breath. Oh. Oh. And let's recite the rise. Om Bhurbhuv Tat Savitrayam Bhargo Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prayat Om Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitrayam Bhargo Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Dayat Om Bhuvasvaha Tat Sarvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat Om Shanta Shanta Shanti. Oh, namaste once again. We today minutes, and unfortunately, Lekha, we cannot put her, or because the computer is giving her problems. I'll just talk very briefly because most of you are aware of a little bit of a new structure that we are introducing, and that is because we have been advised and we are looking at the accreditation of the modules that we do in the School of Vedic Studies. So we are trying to get the accreditation, the credit points, and all of that in line with what would be required. So one day when it is submitted in its format, we hope that there will be no comebacks and the process will be as easy as possible. Having said that, I don't think this applies to most of you that are here present now. I see there's about 34 of us now. But unfortunately, yesterday and over the past few days, I've received some messages and some of them were quite nasty. So I just want to quickly remind all of you so that you know as well, and you will understand. You see, the School of Vedic Studies is an institution that has been created by the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, by the Arya Samaj and the Vedic Purohita Mandal as an institution that will structure courses and train people both to provide them with knowledge in Vedic studies, and secondly, to equip them to become priests if they so choose. So very simply, there's a proper structure to the school. There are classes, there are tutors that are appointed. And like any recognized school, there are norms that are followed. Now, I know that last year when we put up the prices, there were lots of people that said, look, but it's too much and too quick. We apologize for that. We know that that is true. But at the same time, I tried to tell you, look, there's an admin person, and without mentioning names, but there's an admin person that spends almost the entire day working on the school Vedic study, which costs the APS meets, sending out notes, helping the tutors, getting everything put together, registers, and all of that you have received. All these things take work, people, And I want to say to you also that the Arya Samaj at one of its meetings mentioned that the School of Vedic Studies is a deficit. It runs at a deficit, a serious deficit. And they said we should try and make an appeal, and therefore that increment came about. So it is not any one person deciding. It is the Samaj which decides at meetings. Then the other costs are, look, people, there was a theft at the APS. Now these are contingent costs, but they happen in any institution. There was theft, the offices were very badly damaged and devastated, and the computers were stolen. Now, all the insurance company is going to do is give us the cost of the used computers and how old they are. If they're so many years old, then you only went that much. So we have to buy computers. And the computers, the APS only needs the 1 or 2 computers in the office. But on a Saturday morning, because we have 6 different modules going on,
I'm in the meeting.
there are 6 different modules. So the APS has to have 1 laptop per tutor to enable them when we have those physical classes going on. Because when the students that are present along with them, there's a laptop. Like it happened, those of you that may know, there will be a laptop where students from overseas join in. It was a purchase of all this fiber, etc. Then you must be fair in the comments you make. Some of them are very nasty in saying, the tutors talk all the time about, seva, and is this what the Arya Samaj about? You're trying to cover all the costs of the APS to the students, comments that are very unpleasant. All these courses are designed, the tutors take time. We don't pay for any of the designing of these courses. We're going to run it. We've designed a module now for the tutors to be trained properly to take these classes. The designing of the course is being done myself by the tutors. I mean, nobody's charging for that. What is the cost of designing a course? What is the cost of, running such a course from, check with other institutions and see people. And then we're going through a whole process of accreditation so that the degree you take or the course you take from here will meet some standards. So, like I said, not all of you, but some of you, the responses were very nasty. And, a group of students have stated explicitly that we want this particular tutor and we'll do this particular class at this time because it suits our convenience. You tell me, does that happen anywhere? Can a student say, no, we want this particular tutor and we will do the class at this time because it suits us? You can't have one tutor doing the entire course. What's the purpose of having a school there? You can't have an individual, satellite school running somewhere else. Everything, it may have happened in the past because of certain problems. We were growing, but now there is a school in place. The tutors are appointed, the courses are structured, the notes are given, and it all has to be done. You have to be exposed to different tutors to understand the different styles, methods of teaching, like you would get in any school. Each grade that you go to, sometimes a tutor may be repeated, but otherwise you are exposed to different teachers. That's part of a healthy training program. So those of you that not of you. I don't think it's any of you, but this particular set of students, please, people, the choice is yours. But you cannot make unreasonable demands. The School of Vedic Studies has been put together with a lot of work. There's no autocratic decisions that have been taken. And even when the fees were put up, we said to you, come talk to us if you can't manage the fees. We will try and reach some arrangement. So there's no autocratic decisions. There's nothing. The APS is trying to serve. And the tutors, be careful about what you say. They're doing this work voluntarily. I myself am doing this work voluntarily. So it's a lot of work designing your courses and all of that. The tutors are really dedicated. So please be careful when you write things. And I hope that, and at the end of the day, you have to choose. But we cannot change the School of Vedic Studies to suit any particular individual, not even a tutor. There are some tutors who have not been able to fit in. And on the other hand, you get a student who comes to you all the way from Trinidad, who's sitting probably even now in the class, and it's about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. So come, people. Let me not have to. I think you understand what I've said. I'll take one or two comments.
Yeah.
I'll take one or two comments before I got in. Please, short comments.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
It's Usha here, Dr. G. I say thank you so much for all you have done. We appreciate our tutors and we feel privileged to be in this course. Well, I do. I feel privileged to be in this course and to learn something that will help me.
Priceless.
Not just as a career or making money, but something for my soul. So thank you so much.
All right, people. I think most of you share those sentiments. Like I said, it's a particular group of students, and I don't think they're here really. Any other comments before I go into the class for today?
May I comment?
Yes.
Namaste.
What's your name? I'm not sure.
It's Varsha Bogle.
Yes.
I started coming to the course purely because my mom was attending a course and I happened to sit in one of the common classes. And I cannot put a price on the knowledge that has been imparted through the School of Vedic Studies. And I'm just sorry that you had to deal with that kind of comments from students from the school.
Okay.
Doctor,
All right.
it's Ken Dinanath. I'm so
Yes.
sorry that you heard all these negative comments. I just want to echo the sentiments already expressed. There's so much that I am learning, and thank you. Thank you for sharing that kind of knowledge. And I hope people take heed of what you just said. Thank you so much and keep on growing. God bless.
Right. All right. All right, people. I think that's unfortunately, like I said, I had to discuss it. So should it come up, then you know, but no more than that. Let's not let these negative comments. I just want to make an appeal for those of you that are listening. If you do know those students, I hope you'll convey the message of why things happen the way they do. And we just make an appeal to them, but ultimately the choice is yours. But we cannot change the School of Vedic Studies and the structure and the manner in which it works. All right. Okay. With that,
Namaste.
then, namaste,
Namaste.
Raji. Namaste.
You know, I'm so sorry to hear that you had comments like that. In fact, I enjoyed all your courses. I am in module 5 for the same reason that I enjoyed your courses. And the way you all have done your work is commendable. It's really nice, you know. And don't worry about the bad, you know, the comments. And I just want to know of which module students gave you the comments like that.
No, I won't do that. No, you've done this certain professionalism. If these people have behaved unprofessionally, we don't do that. I hope
Did they have the courage, Dr. G? Did they have the courage to disclose their names?
No, these messages were sent to Saras, and she picked it up from a chat group, and she forwarded them to me. So I know the people who have made the comments. I know the names, and I'm just hoping they will understand. And I'm not here to really, you know, like I had to do today, whatever I did, but just so that you will know, should you come across it. But you know what I was, raise issues. We all have a right to raise issues, but do it in a pleasant manner. You never know why something is done. Ask, and if you're not happy, then it's a different matter, but without knowing. what problems are faced by those who put it together. You can't make those comments. It's not. But I think I want to bring this to a close. I had to mention it. It was important for everybody to understand. And but no more than that. I think what I've said is more than enough. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then I had. Okay, I'm going to go to the class now, and hopefully I can finish by 1:30 very quickly. Today, what I want to do is talk about the word Purohit, because the School of Vedic Studies is a part or is a wing of the Vedic Purohit Mandal. So in as much as you may do the course and not want to become a Purohit, right? Still, the course is designed to prepare you to become a Purohit. A Purohit, and why is a Purohit important, is something that we all need to understand. So we know that if we use the word Purohit as the word, that name that defines this course, then what is Purohit? And because we learn Sanskrit, the best way to do it is to understand what the Veda says about a Purohit and what Purohit means. So often we listen to discourses, a Purohit should be this, a Purohit should be that, and all the rest of it. But when we do a course like this, we need to know the authority. We need to know the scripture and where these definitions come from, right? So now, Arushka, I'm going to, there's a little chart I've prepared, right? So I don't know if we can, I'm going to move a little bit. I don't know if we can just focus a little bit on it. It's here. I don't know how well you can see it.
I can see it
Can
pretty
see
well.
it. Can see it, yes.
Dr. G, it was better the way it was, because then we could see the bottom as well.
Okay.
Just a little further back. Perfect.
Okay.
Everybody can see that?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a little sunlight at the back. I hope it's not disturbing too much. All right. So if you can see that, now I have taken, like I said to you, the easiest way to understand it is you go into scripture and you go into the Vedas and say, what is the word Purohit and how is it defined? Now, you are doing a course that is so important that in the Rig Veda, the mantra that you see on this chart here is the very first mantra of the Rig Veda. In other words, the Rig Veda is regarded as the most important of the Vedas, and the most important verse would be the first verse. And the very first verse says, Agnim Ide. Now, it's in your Aryan prayer. If you have your Aryan prayer and you can open to Swasti Vachan mantras, it's there in your Aryan prayer, right? But here you are. I've done it for you. Look at this. Agnim, it starts with Agnim Ide. Then comes Ide Purohitam. Let's stop there. Right? Therefore, I've drawn the line there. I've now given you grammatically the verb. The verb is ide. It's pronounced like in ladka, ide. Some actually say it as a la, ide. So between the la and la, ide, agnim. Ide means I revere. Ide means I revere. It is a verb. I revere. What do I revere? Agnim, the M at the end, makes Agnim the object of the sentence. So I revere Agnim. Now, The next object agreeing with Agnim is Purohitam. See, I put the M in red to show that when a noun is the object of a sentence, then it ends on like in English, at the bottom here, Arushka, can we see the bottom here? He becomes him. He saw him. When he becomes the object, you can see it.
Yes. Yes.
He, when I make a sentence and I'm using he as a subject and object, I say, he sees him. What did we do? We made he into the object by making it into him. Then I say, they saw them. They, when it becomes an object, it becomes them. See the M, the red M means it is the object. Who saw whom? Who saw whom? That M makes who into the object. Right? Same rule as in Sanskrit. In the Sanskrit here, Ide Agnim Purohitam. I revere Agni, the Purohit. So this word Purohitam and the others that are here are called epithets. E-P-I-T-H-E-T-S. Epithets. Epithet means it is an adjective that qualifies a characteristic. So Purohitam is another word for Agnim. It further defines what Agni is. So I revere Agni, the Purohit. Agni is the Purohit. Why is Agni the Purohit? When you light the Agni and you put ghee and samagri into it, what does the fire do? That Agni takes that samagri and that ghee and makes it into a beautiful fragrance that permeates the space around you. It fills the space around you. Triyambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivarnam. Sugandhim yajamahe means we perform yajya. Triyambakam to the Lord of the three words. Triyambakam. 3 plus ambakam, the 3 words. Yajamahe. We offer prayer. We do yajya. Why? Sugandhim pushti vardhanam. Sugandha, the smell. We fill the space with that smell. Pushti means we nourish it. That A, you actually, by doing yajya, we are nourishing it. How we nourish it? Because when you have a body, you put food, you're supposed to put good, wholesome food that nourishes the body and fills the body with purity, with goodness. Similarly, we are nourishing the space in our home and our surroundings. So the Purohit then is like the yajya. He takes our thoughts and transforms them into prayers that fill us with goodness. So the Purohit is acting like the yajya, bringing this sweetness, this fragrance, and this pushti vardhanam into our lives. Agnim is what? Another qualification of what Agni is. Yajyasya devam. He is the deva of yajya. The word deva means Agni is an element. The devas are elements. These are nature-based deities. The deities are the elements. And why are they called deva? Because they are constantly giving us. They give us heat. They give us energy. Without Agni, you can't have the sun. Without Agni, you can't have the solar system. You can't have the tree. You and I cannot exist without Agni. So that deva of the yajya, Agnim yajyasya devam. What else? Agnim, ide Agnim, ide yajyasya devam, Ide Ritvijam. So I revere Ritvijam, Agnim, which is Ritvijam. Ritvijam is Ritu, got from the word Ritu, meaning the seasons, and this whole creation works in a cycle. It is cyclic. Ritu, the seasons come. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, the day. Morning is spring. Middle of the day, summer. Afternoon, autumn. Night is winter. And again, we go into the morning. So that cycle continues. And everything in creation works according to a cycle. The regulator of that cycle is Agnim. And Ritvijam explains that Agni, Surya, they are all the forces that regulate the seasons and creation. Hotaram is when you sit, it represents faith, it represents submission. Hota is when you do your yajna and you chant the mantra. The person who's chanting the mantra is called Hotri, Agni Hotri. Agni Hotri and Agni Hota. Hotaram here is the subject, right? Mataram, right? Pitaram, Hotaram, the object, agreeing with Agni, the chanting of the mantras as bringing our appeal and our prayer. And last line says, Ratna Dhatamam. I put a dash between Ratna and Dhatamam. Ratna means jewels or gems. Dhatamam is what we use to sustain ourselves. So it is a repository of prosperity. In that Agni, what? Ratna Dhatamam. That Agni is the Ratna Dhatamam, is the repository of our prosperity. And when we pray for prosperity, we want the animal, the bird, Pashubir, Brahma, Annapate, Annasya, Dvipade, Chatushpade, Dyo Shanti, Vanaspataya Shanti. So the tree, the bird, the beast, the earth, the water, everything, Ratna Dhatamam is a repository of gems, of jewels, and is your prosperity, it's my prosperity. Agnimire Purohitam, Yajyasya Devam Ritvijam, Hotaram Ratna Dhatamam. All right, I've taken my 30 minutes for the class. Just a minute, anything, and we'll close the session here. And please send me anything that you want. If you want me to repeat this next week, I'd be willing to do it because we did the meeting. I had to mention something. So if you've understood it, that is fine. If not, please do indicate, send your notes through, little messages, and use it. Any one comment, and then we'll probably close up now. I'm already transgressing into other times. Does it help you? The importance of Purohit, you understand? Taken directly, the very first mantra is in your RN prayer, Swasti Vachan, first mantra. All right?
All right.
Yes,
Thank you, Panji.
you.
Dr. G, thank you.
Thank you. Very interesting.
All right. Okay, then let us now please follow the necessary links and just go into your classes. And Ranveer, if you are here, you may just have to help me. I'm trying to get into the class. All right, then everybody. Namaste. We'll all join our respective classes.
Namaste, Dr.
Namaste.
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 Dr. G.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Dr. G.
Thank you.
Okay, namaste. Namaste.